Hi, I'm Mayor Tim Balderman. I'd like to welcome you to this edition of Community Business Spotlight. Joining me today is Renee Perry. She is a small business coach. Renee, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me a little bit, what's a small business coach?
I help small business owners. I support them in their businesses. I do different things, but mostly identifying what their goals are, where they want to go with their business, how we want to achieve it, how we want to do action steps.
Oh, great. Okay, and how long have you been doing this?
It'll be 7 years.
7 years, that's
Yes.
fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and in this economy, small businesses are finding it difficult to survive, and they're obviously a big part of New Lenox, as they are other communities. Tell me, what are some of the things that business owners might talk to you about? How can you assist them?
Well, it's a variety of different problems, mostly, obviously, their bottom line. So I do talk to them about knowing their money inside, outside, backwards, sideways. That's very important. I do have, for people who are starting their own business, a workbook for free, and it's a great resource for them to look at all the different ideas and things that they need to think about before they start a business.
Sure.
And in this economy, they need that kind of help probably more because they're starting businesses without thinking about it because they're desperate.
That's a good point. There are people, unfortunately, who are out of work, and when that happens, when you see this cycle come around, the thought is, I'm going to start something on my own, because there are so many talented people out there.
Yes.
But it's not just the talents, it's
Right.
knowing how to put a business together. So you kind of help with the actual practical side of running a business, correct?
Correct, and also just in keeping everything in balance and paying attention to all different sides of your business. So yeah, there's a lot to it, a lot more than I think people understand.
Oh, absolutely. So 7 years. Have you seen startup businesses? Have you seen businesses that have been around for a while that come to you for help? What do you see mostly?
I would say 50% are startup and 50% are existing. It's pretty even. It seems mostly women that get in touch with me that want to get started, and it's something I've been doing since I was 20 years old. I've owned my own businesses. I own 3 now.
Wow.
So I'm pretty seasoned in it, and that's what I like to do, is just help people.
Very good. Now, your business, how do they get in touch with you?
I have a website. It's reneeperrycoaching.com, and on that website really lists everything.
Okay,
to
good.
get in touch with me.
Good. And you're here in New Lenox.
Yes.
But you deal with businesses, I'm sure, in other places as well, right? I mean.
Yeah, it's mostly Will County area.
Okay.
That I'll deal with.
What is it that you like working about here in New Lenox in particular?
I really like New Lenox just because I like the school systems. I have kids here, and we moved here 8 years ago from Lockport. So my oldest then was going to be a junior here in the high school system. So my other kids have moved up from junior high on up. And my son now is a junior at Central. So I really like the school systems. I really like how I think it's a very smart town, quite honestly. I think there's a lot of things that are being looked at the same time instead of thinking of one thing at a time. I like the businesses here. So.
Well, that's good, and you bring up a good point that it's trying to have a vision and plan out for the future that helps you be successful. And that's probably a lot of what you do with small businesses,
Absolutely.
right? It's not just for today, it's helping them prepare for down the road so they can sustain, so they can be vibrant for a while.
Exactly, it's seeing the big picture. Right. And knowing what you want in 5 years. Some people don't even know what they want, so they're just kind of going along day by day, and then they feel stuck, and they just feel like, they're just not happy in their life. Okay. So I want to help them, visualize exactly what they want and goal set.
So regardless of the type of business, it doesn't matter. They can contact you because it's really the same basic principles in order to make a business successful. Is that what you find?
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah, it's all the same as far as running a business. It's the same sort of strategies.
Well, that's good. So a successful business owner yourself, and you're helping others succeed. We certainly appreciate that because, as I said at the beginning of our show, small businesses in particular are extremely important to any community. They certainly are here in New Lenox. And we hope people take your advice and stay active with you and here in the community, because they are really a crucial part of our success here in New Lenox. There's no doubt about that. Anything you'd like to add for our viewers?
I would just like to add that I do free meetup groups.
Okay.
Here in New Lenox as well. We'll meet up at Charlie Horse quarterly.
Okay.
It's for women specifically. It's a development group.
Oh, great.
So I want to help them do specific things while we're here. It's like a workshop, and then they leave with something. Sometimes they don't have time in their own business to spend doing what needs to be done to get it moving.
Oh,
so
that's
I
great.
do that.
And one more time, the best way for people to get a hold of you, Renee Perry Coaching at yahoo.com, is that right? Or
It's
is
just
that
.com.
it's just .com?
Well, that's my website.
That's your
.com.
website, .com,
Yes.
ReneePerryCoaching.com. Well, thank you very much for joining today, and
Well, thank you.
certainly wish you the best. And I want to thank all of you for watching this edition of Community Business Spotlight.